Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Crafty Right. Today we will be exploring some interesting physics which I learned just a few days ago. So I learned that there is something called virtual object and a real object. Like how in optics we have virtual and real images, I learned that there are virtual and real objects. And that makes sense because objects are the things that images form of. So, what are objects? Basically, objects for now are they are the things from which images of which images are formed. Images are formed, right? So this is for now. This will be our definition of an object. It's gonna evolve, but for now, let's just take it as this. So if there are so to understand what an object really is in the essence, let's draw a diagram and see, and let's try to identify an object in this. So for example, we have a light source. Okay, over here, suppose this is a point-sized light source, and we have a plane mirror here. We'll uh, we'll see how the reflection happens. We'll see the formation of the image, and then we'll try to identify the object there. All right. So the rays, the incident rays from this light source are gonna radiate out like this. This it's gonna hit the mirror like that. Yeah, let me just draw my normal. And this is our reflected ray, right? So this is our incident ray, this, and this is our reflected ray. So let's first make the image where the image is formed. So to do that, we'll have to extend the reflected rays behind the mirror, and approximately they converge somewhere over here. So this is where our image is formed, right? This will be our image. And this will be a virtual image as it is formed behind the mirror, and the reflected rays, they only appear to converge here. They are not actually converging here. So, well, to be more precise, they appear to diverge from this point when they are not actually diverging from that point. So, that is why this is a virtual image. Now, if we think about this intuitively, since an image is uh, the point of convergence, the point at which reflected rays meet, intersect, then logically an object should be the point at which incident rays meet. And if you were to think that, you would be absolutely right because that is exactly what objects are. The most fundamental definition of an object in optics is the point or points or points at which incident rays from a light source intersect or appear to intersect. And in this diagram, if we see these, let me just label this. These incident rays, these two, they are intersecting at this point here, which is also our light source. So in this case, our light source is also our object. So this is an object. This is also an object. And because the incident rays are actually intersecting, and they're intersecting in front of the mirror, this will be a real object, right? So we have a real object here. And if we were to take another scenario, and let's say our light source was pretty large this time, let's say it was the sun, then our incident rays would be coming like this from the sun towards the mirror. We draw our normal. Mhm. These go like this. They intersect here. So this will be our image. This will be our real image because the reflected rays are actually intersecting. This is a real image. And if we trace the incident rays out, uh, sorry, my bad. Yeah. So if we trace the incident rays out, we find that the meters appear to meet at this point here. So this will be our virtual object. So from there, and if you notice here, the incident rays are coming in a converging fashion onto the mirror, and here the incident rays are coming on a diverging fashion onto the mirror. And that is possible because the light source that we have is smaller than the mirror in case 1, and in case 2, the light source we have is much bigger than the mirror. That's why it's coming in a converging fashion. So using all these little thought experiments that we are doing, we can conclude the following. Virtual object, real object. Fundamental difference is where incident rays appear to intersect. Real object, the fundamental difference is where incident rays actually intersect. Yeah, so this is the fundamental difference between a virtual object and a real object. And in the case of a plane mirror, we can take out three other points. The first point for a virtual object is that it is formed behind the mirror. It is formed behind the mirror. For real object it is formed in front of the mirror because in front here, this in behind here. Mirror. A virtual object. So if you notice here, in the case of a real object, our light source and real object are the exact same thing. And in the case of a virtual mirror, our object and our light source are different things. So we can write here light source and object are different things, different points, different. I'll write things. For real object, it is light source and object are same thing, or same. Source and object are same, right? And if you notice here, I told you this before too, the light source is smaller than the mirror and thus diverging incident rays incident onto the mirror, which gives rise to a real object. And here, since the light source is larger than the mirror, converging incident rays incident onto the mirror, giving rise to a virtual object. So we can write light source is bigger than mirror. Light source is smaller than mirror for the real object. So apart apart from these two fundamental differences between virtual object and real object, which is basically the first point, all the all these other points, they're only for the case of a plane mirror. Only for case of plane mirror. Only for the case of plane mirror. We'll have different cases for convex or concave mirrors, and it's honestly not very hard to figure it out. You just perform these two experiments, 1 and 2, once again, but instead of the plane mirror, have a convex and a convex or a concave mirror, and you can find your cases for that. It's pretty simple. Uh, so yes, this is about it for what I learned. I'm yet to learn more on this. It's pretty fun learning this. My teacher who taught it, he's a wonderful man. Um, and I wish to learn more. And I hope I'll keep making videos like this and sharing what I've learned with you and learn with you as well. So if you liked the video, please um, hit the like button so that I'll know that you like this kind of content and I should keep making this and I'll not lose motivation. And yeah, that's about it. That's it for Crafty Right today. Bye bye. See you. Tata. Auf Wiedersehen and live long and prosper.